Hey guys, Dan Hood, Big DH2000 here. It's been a minute. I did some refurbishing and some changing up and some fixing up on the shop, so I figured I'd give you guys a tour. This is all tidied up. Various power tools I have to use when I do stuff around the house, things like that. Cords, buckets, each with a different set of stuff inside of them. Microwaves, things like that. But anyway, let's just rotate from here, give you guys a overview. Okay, and then we'll start and see all the patterns. Table saw, vacuum for the planer. Put that bag on the bottom of the table saw, catches a lot of the sawdust, makes things a lot cleaner. Got the vacuum tucked under there. This is one of, whatever, lack of a better term, a swirler to keep the dirt out. You've noticed I got the blower fan up there because it blows everything that way towards the door. Okay, lathe in the back, planer, whole bunch of regularly used materials, hammers, drills, drill bits, punches, a press back there for bearings that I use for other things. This does most of my drilling. This is when I need to do some specialty polishing or sanding. Rough cut, smooth cut table saws. You can see saws all up hanging over there. I ended up buying a few of these power strips like this. They really help. Now don't get me wrong, I've got too many things plugged in there to run all at once. I don't run them all at once, but I hate unplugging and plugging in things, so that's why they're all plugged in and I just turn them on as I need them. Dremels. Okay, a lot of epoxies and finishing stuff here. There's the Dremels again. We look over here. Got the planer, vacuum chamber, pressure chamber, vacuum pump. Another, you can see back there, another power strip attached to the table. All the various resins for mixing resins, the various slabs that I've already created, the burners for taking the bubbles off the top if I don't use the pressure pot, and then all the various colors, weighing, stirring. Stuff underneath is just one more bucket of tools I still need to empty. As you can see, the oven, the chop saw, one more vacuum, the lathe. One thing you'll notice is there's kind of, looks like 5-gallon buckets everywhere. They're all trash bins, and you notice I got the big trash bin there. I got a lot of trash stuff, and it makes it easy. You don't have to walk around or drop it, or it's easier to clean up. Same with the vacuums. Got materials up there, materials down here. HDPE that Jesse sent me. Got some more Corian, stuff that Darren Cook gave me, and other things. You can also see that bucket right there is, I just shove a whole fork inside of that. It's those dehydrating or those water removing pellets. A lot of other stuff up there. My compressor back there in the corner. Sanding, thickness sander. As you can see, I've got the cable, not the cable, the hose for my air sanders there. My banding table, my big floor sanding. You can see I've also put in a substantial dust collection system. Back there in the corner, that's my little miniature router. There's a big one underneath it on the table. One sits above the other, and I can take them out. You've got a sander there. My dad just made this for me. Holds all my drills and everything. I've got 2 or 3 out that are being used right now. Also, you can see my row of disc sanding. Had to add a few more lights in here. Okay, got this table a little more organized with some stuff. Got the orbital sander. Got router bits up there. Above them, my 2 orbital sanders. Various things hanging that I use to adjust things. Wrenches to do the table saw. My breathing and apparatus, face shield. One of my rough cut saws, but it's usually covered in things that need to be sanded. This is kind of my sanding station. It's always a mess. Okay. Once again, trash cans everywhere, dust collection system everywhere. You guys may or may not have seen my bandsaw. I keep hearing protection and blades up there. Young artist sent that to me. My various attire to keep clean or try to keep protected. This, for those who don't know, this is an old Craftsman Workstation. You won't see it because I keep it covered in cloth because that's where I do a lot of my mess. My vise. You've probably seen clamps here. Clamps over there. Clamps there. More sanding, more lighting, more brushes. All kinds of... I use these on some of them. They're not very good, these plastic ones. And for about double the cost, you can get the metal ones that I've got down here. And they are so much better. So keep an eye on that if you ever do a dust collection system. The dust collector. Okay. I've also got this, which I can pick up and vacuum the floor with if needed. It's filling up slowly. This table, I'm still working out what I'd do on this one. May turn it into my shipping center. Got my chainsaw there for cutting things down, things like that. The big thing is I took, you can see I put 2x6s and another one and a brace across the top. Took the brace that was in the middle out, and now I got all this space. My dad made me this table. He loves doing stuff like that, and this is now my polishing and the gentle start of a knife sanding and making and whatever you want to call it, you know, shaping section. I acquired this a while ago. Well, I bought this over a year ago. It was only delivered about a month ago because of shipping and COVID and all of that. It hadn't come in. So when it finally came in, they sent it to me. Big 8-inch. One thing I need to show you, this is pretty cool. It's adjustable speed, so it's a DC motor. You can see in the back, I've got my work sharp, and I've also got you can see I've got the special attachment for it, for knives. Once again, big power strip, some lights. I'm still working a little bit on the lighting. Okay. Shelf of more materials. Mainly the big long pieces are up there. Aluminum, things like that. Still haven't fired up this forge. Got it. Slowly piecing stuff together to do a few knives. Got slingshots in the back I'm still clearing up. Miscellaneous for when we travel, things like that. Shipping. Bins if needed. Lots of materials. Forks drying. Bins holding them. Tall stuff. And we back out. This is where I store all my ones in progress. And then on top you can see I've got a couple of bins full of sanding drums. Let's back out here slowly. Let's go out here. As we go, you'll see I got more slingshots. These are from various friends. I keep one to a thing so I can see them. I'm probably going to get another one like this because I like to see the slingshots, and this one does a lot better than what's out there. You can see more materials. Over here, a whole bunch of like magnets, traveling stuff, shooting targets as I need them. Bit of a tough wall to look at right now. Got a hockey stick, long tom, if you will. I got a crutch ship that I made, but more importantly, there's the Roger Henry shooter. Gonna miss that guy and what he posted. This is kind of my shooting table. Got a whole bunch of slingshots out here that I shoot, various other things. It kind of is a kind of catch-all as well. I try to keep it tidy. Things just happen. You can see I got new sets of magnets. I've got an old wood box I've had for, gosh, decades, and my dad had it beforehand. Now I store a fancy lighter in it to burn paracord. You can see all kinds of stuff, all my shooting slingshots. At the bottom we got a few bins that we use for travel. Go around here. Some guest chairs for when people visit, another table if needed. A little dusty because we haven't had too many guests given the current situation. There's the big saw blade, ready for transport anytime. And there's the dolly you need to transfer it around. You can see some tables. There's me still working on the collection of first slingshots. I got some ideas. I still haven't finished them up. You can also see my table where when I do shooting videos, I prop up the camera up there, or the phone. You can see, I'll get you up close. You can see some tubes and whatnot, but there's another thing I acquired recently for possibly making some blades. Turn my phone music on and stick it in there, and it blows out both sides in stereo. Big DH2000 attire. My travel bin, which I keep there. It's got a few things on top of it right now that we're working on using and things. The foam is for various inserts in those hard cases. Got some very unusual turquoise HDPE I'm looking into. This spot is still a little getting fixed. The bin at the bottom is my son's. The bag has our magnet fishing stuff. You can see all the ammo along the bottom. More slingshots and slingshots for sale, banding stuff. This is more the travel gear that gets put in the car when we go. More with polishing rags, more stuff. Then the range gear up on top, and the big long starship we've made, along with an axe handle I'm making for something else. And then you step back here. The rug, the front of the rug right there is 10 meters to the shooting range. Okay, down at the shooting range, those two bins, one holds the destroyed cans, the other holds newer cans. Other stuff's in there. The cardboard's there if I ever need to cut a piece to put behind something. Lighting is very important on your shooting range. Okay, target system right here. You guys have seen that. A little bit more equipment and some storage stuff. But anyway, a couple of things I want you guys to see when you see this, and I'll walk through. To me, this is the sign of this is the most important sign in this thing. That's my son's bin. He's interested in shooting. If you look at the floor, I do not shoot clay ammo, so any clay ammo you see is his. Okay? And then you come back here. And you see where he's making stuff. Okay? For those who don't understand, he's using clay and making Among Us characters. Okay? He's painting and stuff. I don't know about you guys, but to me, the best sign in a workshop is that the younger generation is helping. And I think Moan understands what I mean. Nothing better than teaching the next generation how to do the stuff that you know how to do, so that they can continue on trades and fun things like we do. Anyway, let's go over here, and time for me to show you little something needs working on. Take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Sorry it was long.